Alright guys, Rambling Man. It's a new day. I'm out with the Super Chief Limited. I removed the windscreen and boy can I tell the difference. You know, I've sometimes commented it's hard to compare version 1.0 to version 3.2 when you're making so many little tweaks and changes, especially weeks apart when you're waiting for orders to come. But you know, I had the windscreen on just yesterday and then again this morning, and then I took it off before I came out right now. Well, there's a lot of wind coming in. It's funny. Do sometimes you guys go out and you're just feeling off that day? Like, I have been feeling off today. I took the Springfield for a quick ride to test something, and now I'm out on this, and I don't know, man. I just feel like off. Part of it is this clutch. I changed the clutch, and I still feel like I'm wondering if I can take this here and pivot it forward a little, pivot it around so that the clutches, I didn't want to mess with it. I just wanted to get out and get riding. But also the friction zone, I changed it, and I'm finding I'm revving my engine a lot so that I don't stall, which happened to me in the driveway a couple of times. I think one of the other weird things on this bike that makes me feel a little awkward is that I installed risers on these bars. That's what you see here. Those are not stock. You can see it. I don't know if the camera's going to show it, a scratch where I screwed up the job. But I installed those risers myself. And of course, like any project I do, I ran into some problems and had to ask for a phone a friend option, a friend that I pay for. But I could not get the bars centered correctly and tightened down, and so when I was going down the road, the handlebars were either too far left or right, and I had been trying to use this marking as where I thought it was supposed to go. The dealer actually might have been the one to straighten this out rather than my local guy, but I still feel like it's not centered. It's the weirdest thing. I try to just forget about it, but sometimes when I look down, I still feel like it was when I did it. Like when I was going straight, I had too much bar one way or the other. I have nowhere to be. I'm just riding around to enjoy the fall colors and the bike and have a good time. I remember when I had my Indian Scout, I had been riding for maybe 2 weeks, a week, and I was out here on one of these roads, and this guy in this sedan came up, and I was always going the speed limit. I was never going less than the speed limit. And this guy was honking his horn at me. I mean, when I say he was right behind me, like right behind me. Like if I had tapped my brakes, he probably would have hit me. And I was going the speed limit, no doubt about it. And that was my welcome to motorcycling. He passed me on the double yellow, gave me the finger. Good times. Wind gusts today are up to 24 miles an hour is what the weather said. I think I feel the difference in these bars. I think I feel the difference in those bars, particularly when I'm turning, how to me they feel a little uneven. And I said on a previous video, I felt like I was floating almost with these tires. That's the only way so far I have found to describe it. It's like I don't even feel them, just kind of floating. And now I feel the bumps because the shocks on this bike stink compared to the Springfield. And I know the Springfield, you know, probably could be improved upon by aftermarket shocks, which is something I may eventually look into doing. I'm still so undecided on this bike. I mean, it's nice having this one to ride, but is riding it a couple, 3 times a year worth maintaining it, paying taxes on it, insurance on it. I've done so much to it, I feel like I shouldn't let it go just for that. but I find myself generally wishing I was on the Springfield. The locking saddlebags, the bigger storage area. I do feel like I know they make shorter handle grips for the handle and the clutch. I can't remember what they call those, but I do feel like I'm grabbing the fat end, the low end, rather than out there at the end because of my hand size and how far it is out. I feel like I'm reaching for it. Maybe I should, I don't feel that way on the Springfield. I know that Springfield has an adjustment on the brake at least. Can't remember if they did on the clutch.